technology companies to reduce their competitiveness and make them more beholden to the entertainment companies has really has the potential to reduce the amount of money in the system going towards the artists. And it seems like whatever technology, whatever art technology favors at any moment, there's enough artists to fill that channel. When all the art was live performance, there were lots of live performers. When music became a primarily recorded medium, an entire new generation of artists were waiting there to fill the pipeline. I think we worry unduly about whether or not there will be artists making art, and not enough about whether or not the artists who do make the art, who do become successful in whatever technical regime emerges, will be able to command as much of the money as possible. Because that's really the thing we should be worried about. Not which artists succeed, but whether the successful artists are able to earn a living. And then the last law is about whether information wants to be free, because you may have heard in these discussions that this is all about information wanting to be free. And in order to resolve this question definitively, I invited information away for a weekend in the Cotswolds. And we built fires, we had a sweat lodge, we talked about our parents, we drank Oki Chardonnay, and when it was all over, information gave me a long bearish hug and rubbed its stubble against my cheek and whispered its secret in my ear. It does not want to be free. All it wants from us is to stop anthropomorphizing it. Because information doesn't want anything. What information, but people want to be free. And in the 21st century, people can't be free without free and fair information infrastructure. And the major impact of these regimes, this regime of increased liability and surveillance and censorship for intermediaries, this regime of protection for technologies that try to control how you use your media, it's not on the arts, it's on everything. And so if it's against the law to tell you about flaws in your iPhone, because telling you about those flaws might help you pirate music or pirate apps, then you don't know about flaws in your iPhone. And those flaws in your iPhone can be exploited to spy on you in every conceivable way, because your iPhone is not primarily an entertainment tool. It's a supercomputer with a camera, a microphone, a location sensor that knows who all your friends are and what you talk about with them and where you go. And so not being allowed to know about those flaws is enormous. And when we talk about the effects of surveillance and censorship to prevent copyright infringement on the internet, we miss the fact that almost everything on the internet is not involved in copyright infringement. Those 96 hours of video being uploaded to YouTube every minute, most of it is vernacular, personal video. Some of it is of enormous moment. It's dissident footage from Ghazi or from Syria, and some of it is entirely quotidian. It's people saying things that, as far as you can tell, are just irrelevancies. And usually people who are trying to argue for the value of the internet try to play up the Ghazis and play down the cute cats. But honestly, the cute cats are as important as the dissident footage, because when I ask my wife how she slept last night, I don't ask her that because I don't know. She sleeps next to me. And so if she has a bad night, I know about it. I ask her that because it's a coded message that means, I love you. I'm thinking about you. I care about you. And every one of those seemingly banal interactions, the reason they seem banal is because you aren't privy to the code. But everything important that ever happened, everyone who ever cared about the life and death of someone else cared about it because they had a relationship that was built up out of these little moments. And we make it easy to censor the internet without any penalty. When we add surveillance to the internet in the name of catching infringement, we undermine the whole basis for life in the 21st century. And so that's what the book's real message is. It's not just because the publishers are on the side of Amazon and Amazon is on the publisher's side when it comes to anti-piracy technology. It's not just because artists are on the side of the publishers when it comes to cracking down on Google as a tool of piracy. It doesn't mean the publishers are on the side of the artists. What it really is that artists or not, almost everybody is using the internet today, and everybody will be using the internet tomorrow. It's the nervous system of the 21st century, not a better pornography distribution system or a way of recruiting jihadis or the next generation of video on demand. And unless we regulate it with the gravitas and the wider view that allows us to take account of all those knock-on effects, we as artists abet the reconstruction of this tool of potential liberation into a tool of nightmarish surveillance. It turns out we always thought we would have to choose between Kafka and Orwell. It turns out we can get both of them by way of Huxley. Right? And we can Huxley our way into the full Orwell. That the demand for Netflix can turn every one of our computers into a reservoir of long-lived vulnerabilities that we're not allowed to know about, that governments and cops and spies and creeps and crooks and voyeurs can use to attack us. So that's my book, Information is Life.
All right, well, that's a pretty tough act to follow. Let me, I guess,